Smoke out! Incoming crash!
Hello again, and welcome to the third episode of my introductory series for the reinvention of my YouTube channel entitled Who is Bruffy1322. Today you're watching the second round of the Gears of War 3 King of the Hill gameplay on the slab that was featured in episode 2. And obviously, since it's the same game, I'm teamed up with Drakov once more. In this episode, I'd like to talk a bit more about my general gaming history, which I guess I would describe as long and thin. I've been playing video games for a very long time now, but I'm generally not the kind of person who plays multiple games at once. Normally, I tend to get into a specific game and really get my money's worth, if you like. If anyone can challenge my game completion level in terms of achievements, I'll give you major credit. So where did it all start? The Sega Mega Drive, of course, and the standout game for me on that console was Micro Machines. I had around 4 different versions of the game and couldn't get enough of it. Even at that young age, racing games were clearly my thing. Now I enjoyed my Sega for quite a while, but the pattern of me buying a games console purely because of one game started to kick in. As I grew up, it became a choice between the Nintendo 64 and PS1. However, after seeing someone play GoldenEye, my mind was made up and I got an N64 by that Christmas. Interestingly, I still have my N64 set up in my room now, and would have my Sega if I could find it. Sometimes you just want to play some retro games. The standout game for me on the N64 was without a doubt Star Wars Rogue Squadron. I played that game so much, although there were other great ones of course, such as Mario 64, GoldenEye obviously, and things like Vigilante 8. Even at that young age though, I was never one to get a load of games. I used to have one game, play the crap out of it, and then move on to another. Now alongside these main consoles was also the best portable gaming system ever, the Game Boy. From the exploits on the original grey brick with Mario, I must have went through every new type of Game Boy that ever came out. The Pocket, the Colour, the Advance, they were all brilliant and gave me loads of great memories with some amazing games. Chief of all those memories, however, is Pokemon. I think anyone watching this will know just how big Pokemon was, and it really was a huge part of my life. I absolutely loved every minute of it, from the games to the cards. I stopped playing it when they moved beyond the first 251 Pokemon, but I can safely say that the Pokemon period was one of the happiest in my young life. However, let's get back to the main consoles. Again, after a period of enjoying my N64, there was a new generation of consoles available. I decided to skip the GameCube and was going to do the same thing with the PS2 because I wasn't really that interested at all. However, once again I saw someone else play a game that made me go out and buy it. Now that game was Grand Theft Auto 3. Throughout my gaming history, I think I can safely say that only the original Mass Effect and Pokemon games have ever even come close to do for me what Grand Theft Auto 3 did. The game was an absolute masterpiece and I cherish my many memories I have with it. Whilst Vice City is probably my favourite GTA game, Grand Theft Auto 3 changed my whole outlook on video games, and I can probably credit it with making me realise just how enjoyable gaming could be. My love for that game is absolutely immense. With the PS2 I continued the standard thing of buying one game, playing it loads, then moving on. Most of the games were those in the Grand Theft Auto and Gran Turismo series, but I did enjoy the odd shooter such as Area 51, which had a great storyline. Eventually, things started to die out with the PS2 as anticipation was high for the PS3. However, Microsoft beat them to the punch by bringing out the 360 way before the PS3. I was initially going to just wait as I hadn't been that bothered by the original Xbox, but once again I saw someone play a game that made me buy the console. This time the game was Gears of War, and I explain more about all that in my first episode of my dedicated Gears of War series. So the Xbox 360 got there first, and really I credit them with winning this generation of consoles because of that. I was astounded by the capabilities of Xbox Live when I first got it, and multiplayer gaming was almost a brand new experience for me. I had played Tokka Race Driver 3 online on my PS2, but there was never a dedicated service such as Xbox Live. And my history with the 360 has been great. From Gears of War to Guitar Hero, from Forza Motorsport to Mass Effect, I've enjoyed so many hours on that console. The variety of games I've played isn't very wide, but that's just how I am. It's difficult for me to find a game I enjoy enough to want to play consistently, but when I do, I really go at it. So what about the PS3? Well, I did buy one, this time for Gran Turismo 5, although I did buy it much earlier with that game in mind. I also got Grand Theft Auto 4 on it, which was the biggest mistake of my life, since all my friends had it on the 360. I wanted to be loyal to PlayStation for bringing me the previous installments of the GTA series, but I wish I hadn't now, to be honest. Anyway, I just haven't taken to the PS3 like I have the 360. Yes, I enjoyed the games I've played, but they've been very few and far between. Their online service sucks compared to the Xbox Live, and not having many friends with the PS3 doesn't help either. This might have been a different story if they'd released it before the 360 and at a price where everyone could buy it, but alas, that's not the case. So, I'm still going hard on the Xbox. My next game on there is Forza Horizon, and then I'll move on to Gears of War Judgment, and finally GTA 5 whenever that comes out, and who knows when that's going to be. But either way, I absolutely can't wait. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.
Stop that! Gotcha! Good to go.
Incoming grenade!
Got it. Never lost my touch!
Got some on me! I'll take that.
Incoming egg! Enemy mark! Out of the way! Mine now!
Son, will not forget your courage and sacrifice.